Okay, hello. Session 59 on this 22nd of January. Welcome one and all. You got the recording going, right, Will?
The what? Oh, right. Yeah, I do.
Okay, sweet. All right. Well, hoping for a appropriately paced session today, which burden shall fall on me. Who wishes to recap?
I did it last time.
It ain't gonna be me.
That means that I'm good for the next 7 months.
Where do we leave off? Do you guys recall?
They.
We beat the giants up.
No,
Yeah.
I'll do it. I got
Okay.
it.
Yay!
We got it.
We started off resuming our conversation with Turner's bat friend.
Bat friend.
Not necessarily an ally anymore, kind of. More like trying to take the Switzerland route in one of the less desirable ways that are historically accurate. And then we kind of had a back and forth on, hey, that's probably not a good idea. And then in response, she's like, hey, that's also not a pretty good idea. We're at an impasse. And we're like, well, this is awkward.
Good luck.
We're going to rest now. So we're not really, we're not enemies, but we're not allies in what we are trying to do. But hey, maybe if we make some headway, these compliance folks will get a little braver. But clearly that is not in the cards right now. Then some giants attacked from the lake because some folks who were scavenging went into their garden and were like, hey, look at this stuff, this is cool, and they got super mad, and then we beat them up, killed a few, but then eventually, what was his name? Someone came from in town speaking their abyssal language. What was his name?
Garrick. The fish guy.
Yeah, Garrick, and it was like, hey, we're cool, we're sorry, misunderstanding, here's your stuff. And then the remaining storm giant, the biggest of them all, revived the other ones with some electric defibrillation.
Clear.
After which point they left or started to leave. I forget where we left off on that specifically. But things are cool now. Maybe we can make up some trade with these guys later. But they're kind of just vibing in the lake. And now we're preparing to, well, our prospects are to prepare to head northwest to meet up with our wagon, upgrade the wagon, and then once we have all that settled and we caught up properly with our resonance tinkerers, we will be seeing how the mules are after another rest, presumably. The other lingering plot point is the In Concert folks, who are a third faction that we did not realize were also, like, splintered off from Fortitude, so to speak.
Yes, indeed. A fine recap indeed.
I was also probably petting this cat at some time in the session.
You have got a nice, lovely, swimmingly perfect, excellent, amazing, okay, not that great, sleep, long rest, sanctuary rest, if you will, at the Liminal Limni Inn by the lakeside.
What makes it liminal?
It sounds like Limni, so it sounds cool. The locals thought it would work. Also, it's due for destruction in 89 years, so it's liminal.
I see.
You have awakened at dawn, I'm sure, as is your custom as adventurers. Got some wakeboarders, some skimboarders, catching some morning waves as the sun rises over the hills and grasslands to the east. This semi-integrated circus arrangement, essentially, of Fortitude tacked on, doing their thing as well. It's like a slow-motion beehive of activity. And the day is yours, and with the magics and tools that you have, You could get anywhere you wish, I believe. So what'll it be?
Yeah. We can get anywhere, for we have trees.
I forget if Vela was wanting to say something before we departed or not. I don't recall.
You read a letter from her that was late. I remember that.
Yeah. But probably not.
Yeah, it had been more like a polite impasse, as Namo said.
Okay.
Somewhat related, Crim would have, like, during the morning when everyone's having their prep and he has the breakfast and all that, Crim would be looking around, mentioning that he's looking for books and scrolls. Not relevant, but I'll purchase those when relevant. But he is, he seems more dedicated than usual to learning about, relearning how to do rituals in his new body and new thread magical makeup, I guess. It's like speaking a new language. And when he gets back, he asks the others, hey, so before we go, and whichever way we planned on going, we're gonna, see your sis and all that? He looks at Alex. Like she's gonna be here, but just to say goodbye.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too. For the record, she's not my sister.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Pray tell, what's your relation? If you don't mind saying.
Just happened to be from the same community and had weird hatching circumstances.
More bonded by faith,
Yeah, there's not actually any familial relationship.
They call that found family.
She's not even the same species as me.
Historians will say they were roommates. Wait, no, they're a male and a female. Never mind.
They were related.
Right?
I'd hope to see them.
Crim, you'd be able to find a local apothecary, and with some chatting with community members, get scrolls and such of up to rank 2 spells. Here.
Neat.
You would find Tina doing a little morning swim. She has a uncomfortable expression on her face as she steps out of the surf and goes for... Well, she wouldn't go for a towel. She steps out of the surf and lets herself air dry. She notes you all, gives you a nod, and then seems like she's intent on busying herself with the activities of fortitude.
I'm gonna say, as she steps out, Cashmere jumps in and goes for a swim himself.
Water's lively and clear.
Does he go for a swim or does he go for a run?
Oh, no, he goes for a swim. He dives in.
Yeah. Wade dips his toe in and then his fur just stands on end. He just kind of awkwardly scoots away.
Imagine if he can't turn it off and he just like fucking tumbles before sinking into the water when he's motionless long enough.
Cashmere, as you're swimming underwater, you see a bunch of feral fish, a couple uplifted fish, and one uplifted sea otter teenager who gives you one of these as he swims past you.
Gives him the thumbs up. Yeah.
A little far away from the sea, isn't he?
And he's just hanging out in the water while everyone's getting ready.
Alex will briefly approach Tina and say, well, I guess we're heading out today.
You are. Well, understood, and I wish you luck on the path that you've chosen. I still need to find mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say same to you. I think you'll find something.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
You mentioned an interest in instruction, was it? Teaching?
Hmm?
Or am I misremembering? Opportunity.
I figure that's a good place to start. To instruct others on what I can do, as I think my skill set would serve their aims. Maybe once I feel more sure-footed, I will take a more active role.
Yeah. Always needs folks like you. I wish you the best. Seems we'll part ways.
Take care.
See ya.
Well, again, I suppose.
Turner tips his hat.
Her smile's only a little forced as she waves to all of you in turn. And looks over her shoulder once, and then goes to a board and starts chatting with someone.
Yeah, and if you ever want Hope to speak to you, just say the word. I can do it.
He's a little weirded out by that.
What strange powers are these people developing? I need to bail before it gets stranger.
Why would I want to talk to him? He's probably just thinking, where's my next meal?
Alright. So, what was our plan to get back to the cart?
We find the biggest palm tree.
Well, it's in Carrot, right?
Yeah, well, last we checked. Unless we were told. It's only been a few days.
I believe Wade, you told him to meet us back in Murmurrock.
To memory, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find...
Yeah,
find
palm
a
trees
tree.
around there. They should work fine.
Fantastic.
As you gather up, Alex, you have studied how to cast a spell. I don't think you've ever done it. You understand that it's reaching out to plant life that you are familiar with, that you've seen before. You can use that to feel a connection through the soil of Bos. And you would expect to use your power to, like, make a conduit, as if connecting the roots through that soil from one place to another. For that moment, they would be different aspects of the same plant, just as all plants are pieces of the same biosphere of Bos, if you will. And your magic lets you make that abstraction a firm gateway. But it strikes you idly for a moment, but you can't shake the thought. You've already traveled through these geologic means, and you wonder if you could also prepare a modified version of that spell. With that realization,
Oh my.
Ooh.
if you wish, you could cast the spell with this description instead. I'll put it in Foundry.
Ah, nice.
Wow.
By active, do you mean just liquid?
Yeah.
Okay. Can it be lava that's made because of a spell?
I don't think so. It's a natural kind of phenomenon.
Do I have this always prepared?
No.
Or do I have to prepare it as a specific spell?
Anytime you might cast Transport via plants, you could cast Transport
Transport
via
via
plants, but
lava.
actually volcanic activity.
Okay.
If you want.
Can it be magma instead of lava?
Yeah, does it matter if there's if it's been exposed to oxygen or not?
Yeah, yes, it has to be.
You have to be able to breathe.
Has to be on the surface.
I think so. Leave me alone.
50 points of fire.
What if it was
damage.
lava that was put back inside the volcano?
Well, yeah, it would still be lava.
So basically, if we're in a place with no trees or plants of means for travel, but we really have to get out, and we're all above 50 HP, we can probably deal with this.
But yeah, we have to go.
I don't know if we know of any
Other lava?
locations that have liquid lava right now.
We should make a home base and then put lava there, like a teleportation circle.
No, it has
Evil
to
lair.
be. I think it has to be. Wow, that is just Legion of Doom, isn't it? No, it has to be. Does it active? Does it mean like as part of a flowing lava system, or can it literally be like magically sustained lava? I don't think so.
it can't be magically created lava. As for whether it's on the surface, flowing, not, whatever.
Yeah. I think like having it like magically created just leads to the same potential exploit we discovered with the doctored version of transport via plants using like Wrath of Nature, that where it'll basically create trees.
Hey, 2 spells. Yeah, okay. But as of now, I don't think there's any lava for us to tap into, unless we get lava sense from our recent foray into the fire realm. So for now, trees is probably fine. We'll find out when this lava becomes relevant, if ever. And also, if we can find a way to deal with those 50 points of fire damage, that's a third of Crim's HP, but that is not negligible for even him, so it's probably going to hurt a lot for most of you.
If we anticipate it being something we'll need to do, I'll probably want to prepare protection from energy.
Oh, that might help.
Right.
But in any
Single place.
case... Alright, so we're ready to go to Murbarok, I guess? Man, that feels surreal.
Indeed. The only one with that impression. And, we were flying as a cloud the other day, and still this seems otherworldly.
It's
This will
kind of-
be a lot less agonizingly long.
It didn't feel that long for me, Crim says, probably as the source of why it felt agonizingly long.
I've enjoyed falling.
Cashmere steps out of the water, dripping wet. He says, "We'll make up for lost time." He wrings out his ears.
Ow.
Shakes his head, flops it around. Yeah.
Turns like just blocks his face as like the water's like, thanks. I needed a shower.
Someday I should like scrying Screwtread, and we see he's in some place with a plant, and we just teleport to him like, "What's up, bitch?"
Oh, that's a whole spell slot.
Your first
And,
mistake,
we don't
having a
have many
decorative
of
plant.
those.
Right, Alex, do you wish to describe how you cast it, or shall we just get on?
Okay.
Describe.
So, I'm gonna... So, this isn't gonna remain in effect for very long. So, once I cast this, you need to get in there fairly quick or you're gonna get stranded. I don't
Okay.
think there's any worry of, like, getting trapped in transit or anything like that. But it is going to close in just a couple seconds.
Oh, just a
Understood.
few seconds. Oh, it's a lot of pressure.
It's not as hostile as the lava plane, at least. Count ourselves lucky.
Maybe we should
Alright.
scrunch up together, and I'll make sure we all go there at the same time.
like Scooby-Doo.
Like,
So, time to initiate the Scooby-Doo doors.
I bet if Crim went big and we all just climbed onto him, that would work.
don't we just
That's
hold
not
hands?
necessary.
Will the passageway even be big enough for me at that? Actually, that's kind of important. If we need to run away, do I need to shrink down?
I think we are all sufficiently fast enough to make it through. Just don't overthink it. And that's coming from me.
Actually, that's actually a mechanical question. Does it only allow medium and smaller to pass through?
I think it has to be
no
a
size there is no
Yeah.
size restriction for creatures
Yeah.
going through.
Yay.
Wow. Alright, let's shove the T-Rex into this tree.
Let's drag that unconscious giant. No, you did not bring him back. He's ours now. Spoils of
Alright,
war.
let's go, guys.
Alright. So I'm gonna stretch out my hand towards this tree, close my eyes for a second. And I'm gonna picture, I don't want to kind of like pop up right in the center of town or anything like that, but I am going to picture the area kind of nearby Murbarok, maybe kind of like when we were initially heading into the city.
Okay.
Just kind of like a little ways off the road.
Okay. As you cast...
I'm going to channel the energy, and there's not like a... It's not like a visible portal appears on the tree or anything like that. But it does start to vaguely shimmer, and I'm assuming this is, I don't know, some sort of standard, like, temperate, deciduous tree of some sort that I'm casting this on.
Sure, yeah.
There's like an image of a palm tree, like, superimposed over it.
Ooh.
So it almost looks like it's both of them at the same time.
Hmm.
And, alright, let's go. And Alex is going to walk towards this weird tree, which doesn't attack. And as he gets within 5 feet of it, he disappears.
Alright, no time to think.
Grim stumbles along.
Yeah, all he can do is go out on a limb.
He's thinking like a couple seconds, so he just like rushes in and like fumbles and then manages to get in the rest of the way in like 2 seconds.
It's a lot like the platform in 9 3/4 scene in Harry Potter.
Oh yeah. Cashmere
Okay.
leaps in.
Zoop. You are all twisty and woody and rooty and zapped many, many, many miles, perhaps about 600 or so. And pop out. The change in the humidity and temperature, even the position of the sun slightly, everything is quite jarring, but you quickly readjust. And just as you intended, Alex, you're all on the road outside Eckhorah. See a couple people on the path, leaving, coming. No one seems to have noticed you. It's not the most flashy spell.
Spectacular.
Oh, that is a big environment change.
You could
Kind of said I couldn't get to play another game of I Spy, but okay.
Yeah. So, somehow Wade's legs are still cramped after that travel.
Wow. How does that even work?
I feel like I've eaten a small bag of pretzels and a little cup of soda. But, all right,
Well, that's why you're
so-
cramped, because you ate the cup.
Fair point. All right. Shall I sending them to tell them, or do we have another way to communicate with them to tell them we're here?
We can probably just
Might
sign
not
up
be a bad
around it.
idea.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Crim tries to determine if it seems vaguely safe enough to like take flight and look around in the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you see the great big statue of Helm, the waterfalls, you can hear the splash distantly. There's no raised voices. It looks as busy as ever.
You think it's safe for me to just do some flying to look around as well?
Yeah,
I don't know
go
how easy
ahead.
it is to be spotted.
I was going to do the same, but
I know, but I kind of stand out more.
I'm sure it's
Well,
fine.
let's look around.
Would you like to give me a investigation or perception check, please, whoever's flying around?
I'll handle investigation.
I'm not good at either of those, so I won't.
I have a plus 12 on this. Dirty 30.
Ew. Oh my goodness.
As opposed to natural 30.
Yeah. Wait a minute, you got a natural 30? Get out of my game. All right. It takes you approximately 8 seconds to narrow down. Okay, that wagon looks familiar out of these 100 that I can see in the streets. Oh, yep, there's Dino, there's Piper, the Scrub Jay and Green Magpie, those late teenaged girls who are so brilliant and full of ideas, both physical, scientific, and social.
I swear I thought one of them
they
was a
don't-
boy. But I could be wrong.
It may have changed at one point because I got confused. But they're both women now.
Why don't
Yeah,
love
they
my
don't see
friends?
you. You see them. And you feel, Crim, with a 30, the vibes here are definitely a little different. there's an edge of uncertainty in the way people carry themselves and speak to each other.
He senses that lingeringly, but the first thing that catches his eye is he managed to spot the wagon. And because he's excited and it was so quick, he suddenly pops back down and makes what he can only guess is a squawking sound to the others as he flies over to where he found them.
Nice. They're close. That's wonderful.
First time you heard a dragon squawk.
So much for not making a scene, Crim.
I guess we're gonna start riding over there then.
And you enter. You're not celebrities by any means, at least not known ones, so your entrance does not provoke anything. And soon, weaving through the crowd, these people dressed so differently, speaking with different accents. It's a bit of a culture shock, even though you've been here before, especially compared to Heatherrun. But yeah, you soon find Dynamo sitting where one would hold the reins with her dynamic pack on her back, kind of restlessly tapping an ankle, which may or may not be charging that thing. Chatting idly with Piper, sitting at her side with her hands in her lap, not moving at all in comparison. And they both spot you and jump to their feet and run over to give you some big wing hugs.
Yeah. I suppose you can be walking in circles forever. It's good to see you again.
Piper opens her beak and the Dynamo says, "Yeah, wow, it's so great to see you guys. And the magic, you communicated with us and we were so worried for so long. We thought you were dead, but..." And like Piper puts a hand on her beak. "Very good to see you."
Yeah, sorry about that. By the way, while I was looking for you guys, I noticed that everyone seems to be walking a little more stiffly and cautiously. Is the news kind of more tense now with, Scroocha and all that?
Yes, the activities of the so-called Toy Allegiance are really... people don't know what's coming next, and what they've already done has been disruptive, I think. Especially people here who are used to things always being the same and living in the same spot.
How strong of a presence does the Allegiance have here?
Well, there was some resistance over at Orotava with, I guess, some things they summoned. You guys might know a little bit about that. But after that, they sort of met with the people in charge here, I understand, and the demands and immediate plans weren't that scary or negative, so people acquiesced. And since then, they've taken a bit more control.
What were the commands?
Well, a lot of it has been... And then Dynamo jumps in, controlling the flow of information. Like, people aren't allowed to meet without appropriate approval by the deputies of the Allegiance, and she would go on.
Right.
She would go on to explain that there's certain posters that are being put up that are forbidden to take down. There's certain businesses and homes that are being co-opted for use as outposts and various other purposes of the Allegiance. Yeah, that's the most of it.
So basically confirming what we'd been told prior about.
Yeah,
Okay.
If we're not careful, it won't be too long before we're behind enemy lines in earnest.
Yeah. And also, demilitarization, basically.
Make them helpless.
I see. Well, as long as no one's been dying or getting hurt yet. In any case, we're back to the closest thing to a home that we all have at this point.
There were some bloody battles, I think, more to the east. But, after all that, people around here, there was no fighting here.
Yeah, well, we heard about sacking in Sandsmith, was it? Or something.
Oh yeah, some slaughter of a bunch of people who were not happy about the Allegiance's taken over.
It grows by the day. But I suppose if it's all right with you, we're here to see the cart and then plan our next move.
We're going to be
Yeah.
traveling west with it, and well, we'll probably talk more when we're in a less civilized place.
For prying eyes and ears.
They both nod in complete understanding and usher you in. They've kept it all the same, restocked water jugs, got everything nice and fixed up. And they would also affirm they have got a lot of understanding of these IDOS processes that use resonance to launch something. They're not sure exactly what business or institution the form it's going to take, but they said, while the world's like this, no way. So they just want to keep helping you guys and lie low, essentially.
The last thing they want is for Scoosha to say, "Your resonance. Give
All
it
your
to me."
all your residents belong to us.
Well,
So,
we were thinking about possibly getting some upgrades to this thing to go along with some newfound capabilities that Alex here has developed. That might keep us in town for at least another day. But I imagine some of us have at least a few ideas to using the resonance.
yeah, I'll have them in post. I promise.
Okay. Yeah, they're super down. Anyone who has had resonance things queued up and approved, feel free to describe how they help you make that happen if you wish.
I think I'm still saving up.
Yeah.
Was anyone
I
besides
spent like all of mine last time.
Turner doing any immediately?
Not I. We are to neuter that sickle, right? That was the plan.
Right, that's
That is-
important.
That's one way to put it. Spay or neuter your weapon today.
I mean,
it is a cat, so
yeah.
Is that a thing?
spay or neuter your
Both?
cat. Oh,
For your,
yeah.
for your
gosh.
pet?
Good point. But
I don't know.
anyway, let's not worry about that right now. We'll that'll be next campaigns. Anyway,
Side plot. Adventurers, I have my pet cat. Is it moral in this world?
Okay. So yeah, Turner has taken the sickle, Zilfrine, I think it was called, and he is going to remove the remove its potential to grow. So now it will no longer salivate after the blood of innocent or otherwise Bojans in here, and instead it is just going to simply be a dagger that gives the wielder, as long as they're holding it, a +2 to intelligence, also getting rid of the strength because we don't really need that one. Or at least Turner doesn't need that one. So now it'll gives the wielder +2 to strength, as well as +2 to intelligence, as well as +1 to spell attack rolls and to the spell DC of the wielder.
Do you have to hold it, or is it just on your person?
Hold it.
You're putting it in the rod, right? That you got.
Yeah,
from
that'll be the
mayor.
second part. Is we're then transferring it into the rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is weird. Like this, there's a mage cast. They have to constantly hold a pocket knife.
No, so the double-bladed sickle gets changed, transformed, and then the second thing, the synthesis, it sort of vibrates and then platters a mundane weapon to the ground as its magic goes into that rod, the ceremonial rod from the mayor in Gerdumble, and this bony white element shoots through, twirling it around it, representing Zilfrine's added magic.
Then Turner will kind of hold the sickle and then say, well, I suppose we could cremate it.
Right. As long as it can't be found again. Guess I'll need to find something to do with this lead box. Might be
Okay,
useful
so
later. For
Fair, I
something
suppose.
dagger-sized.
All the power of that thing to an anticlimax, but I figure it's for the best.
Well, I thought it'd be better than me going out of my way to get my wings dirty. I used to prefer to do that from afar.
As do I. Alright. I'll be up here for that.
God, imagine the scenario of like an SHL Dark Arc where Turner has Crim absorb it and then do all the melee kills just to return it to Turner later when it's stronger.
Ah, you've taken Zilfrin out
Terrible.
for her morning walk and breakfast.
Okay. You know, Krager may or may not, or Wade may or may not have something that grants him a Pegasus right now. In the future, it's Pandora's box. We'll see how the negotiations go.
Negotiations.
And you'd also find a representative of the rapidly growing Triceratops Wagon Emporium here in Murbarak, who is willing to add things to your wagon, which you wish to do, right?
Yes. Or at least I think everyone was on board with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anyone was sizing
Yeah,
in when
I
I really
mean-
talked about it, but it seemed
Yeah,
like a
it was
very
good.
Yeah, I think the refracting anchor is kind of just a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do y'all pay?
a lot.
The
Is it
vast majority.
2400?
I had asked in campaign discussion, but I guess we're asking now, just real quick. How much each person had 4,000 total? How much of your character credits do you have left? If you used none of your credits, you have 4,000.
I think I already used most of it. I think.
I don't believe I used any of mine.
You never
I
go shopping, you monk.
3,400. I have 3,400 still.
I have 125 credit left.
Okay. And what was that? Will?
Just under 1,900.
I need the exact number.
1899. But I mean, like, it's
Okay.
just, it's just basically gold, so it's like...
Well, I know, but I'm just covering because I think we actually, if we pool all of that together and then Crim pitches in a little bit of his own gold, we can purchase that grade 4 thing fully with just the last of our credits.
Nice.
How much is it? Like,
12,000 gold.
oh, okay, gotcha.
That'd be 2,400 each.
You can take all mine if you want. I don't think I.
No, like, yeah, if we just deplete everyone's credits and just zero out this Kara credits, and then Crim pays a bit extra, that will cover it.
Sounds good to me.
We go over all that in post, as Beagle said.
Okay.
The actual details of it.
Well, assume that our credits are zeroed out, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay. Everyone, be sure to do a money checkup and mark on your sheets and stuff.
I'll do that in post.
Okay. And we'll also have to go through again anything you guys want to disenchant. I know a couple of you think you had put a list of Bag of Beasts and the Drummer's Retort and stuff that we don't probably want to use. But I guess we'll have to figure that out between sessions for real.
Yeah. Where's that list? Here it is. I'll reply to it.
Okay.
Is there, are we basically just gonna be like going to either Alex's home or just straight to the Earth Fury Isles in the morning?
Is that where the mules are? I forgot.
They're in the
Yes.
Earth Fury Isles.
Yeah.
That's how they
The
say.
main thing is we need the spell slot for it, so that's our main limiter for transport, for moving quickly.
Mhm.
So we basically have the whole day. We can use that time to just look around, scout out what the situation is in the northernmost civilization we have come to since the time skip, to see how things actually are, boots on the ground kind of deal. And otherwise, I can't think of anything else that we would necessarily do here other than more off-screen shopping, etc.
There's like a very little short thing that I'll do like before they go to bed, but that's about it.
Yeah, I've got something I can do too.
All right, Crim will do his usuals, and probably also taking advantage of people being less familiar with him, eavesdrop openly on conversations about what might be going on, what people are nervous about talking about, stuff like that.
Okay. Let's cover that first then. You got the whole day. I don't think we need to do rolls. It's pretty easy to get the lay of the land. What Piper and Dynamo said is true. Some weeks ago, there was, oh gosh, they're making a move, like, let's rally, like, who is familiar with combat magic, like, break up the quartermasters, stock up weapons for the militia, like, let's head east. And there was some combat in Orotava along with these summoned powerful guardians from this arcane ritual. But through blood and time powers and Bojans fighting each other in large numbers for the first time in a long time, the Allegiance had the upper hand. And then there could have been a prolonged thing, but the Allegiance was like, hey, we're really not asking for that much. We just need to institute XYZ. And so the government of Kara, the Bay, and all its subsidiaries complied. And so people are like, okay, well, this isn't that bad. There was some loss. I hope this doesn't become a full-blown war. We all remember what it was like 50 years ago to be at war. So we'll just be okay. But everyone's also picking sides, and that's when the development of these factions came to be.
Oh, so it kind of originated in this general area then, basically.
No, temporally
Independently.
things were happening elsewhere too, but
I see.
yes.
Yeah, but Bose is becoming Vichy France.
What's Vichy France?
The France government taken over by Germany during World War II.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's all Crim. Crim will report that, but otherwise he's just doing his usual thing.
Sounds good. Yeah, I can't think of especially much else for me.
What we're gonna do, Will?
Is there anything, like I said, it would be during like the wind down scene for the night, but you want that go first or you?
I was also thinking of a wind down scene, which was like, well, I'll just say, Cashmere was gonna scout around a little bit and try and find a dinner place that seems less affected by everything else going on. Seems kind of out of the way.
Okay.
And just invite the rest of the party to have dinner.
Do we get a private
Okay.
booth?
Wood, give me one sec. Balik. All right. God, that's funny. Yeah, you would be able to find the Nutty Nut Bar, a place renowned for all sorts of tree nuts being incorporated in its cuisine. And yeah, it's fairly fancy. Why not eat fancy now that you guys can forever, probably? And
Let's
sure,
just
you're
buy
able
the
to find a
restaurant.
nice private booth in the back.
Okay.
Yo, could use a bit of a respite. Thank you, Cashmere.
Yeah, we got all this money, and we're doing well for ourselves. Why don't we just reward us?
Treat
Us.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, knowing our luck, will be in debt from upgrading the cart right before too long. Enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm not really in the mood for nuts, but I mean, sure, it's nice. Yeah. Right? Gotta be.
Turner's like twirling his wine glass, and he says, "I've had worse."
Any sort of respite is nice nowadays. Oh, I wonder how long this conflict shall deign that we travel together until all this is hopefully settled.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't really want to think about it much.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get rid of Scroochud and fix everything. And then, I don't know. You guys have any plans after that?
Well, assuming nobody wants my life, I'll probably be trying to see more of Bose again. Though, admittedly, been seeing an awful lot of that. Maybe I'll just spend some time home for a few years after that or something.
Well, I imagine at some point in the next few decades, I'll probably lock away myself in the lab for a couple of years. But
You see, avoiding getting locked up in a lab is my main priority.
well, Crim,
Oh. Both of those sound quite pleasant. As I've said, I'll look back on nights like this fondly.
I'll need some sort of an experiment. That'll be my life's
It
passion.
shrinks back a little.
Not to dampen the mood, Cash, but I don't think we'll be able to fix everything. Not in this, and not with the scale of what this whole thing has become.
Don't say that. I mean, we've done plenty already. I'm sure we can fix most of it. At least I'm hoping so.
I think at some point they'll have to start fixing themselves.
Yeah. If they go
One
along
thing
with
at a
it.
time.
What was that, Nemo?
One thing at a time.
I've no doubt I'll be able to make this crusade of the Legion too risky, too bloody, and too dangerous for them to continue. But there's...
I mean, that'll only delay it, I think.
Mhm.
Gotta... You know, once we get rid of the time powers somehow, that'll probably be the real end of it.
Yeah. Cashmere sighs. Are we really not any closer to figure what those are about?
Well, we figured out a little bit. After all, we found the source. Well, the person who is closest to the source.
And I'm sure we can send him if we ever need to.
Yeah, but do we really have to depend on him for that?
Probably.
Well,
I was
Just
just
if we were
kinda-
closer, not if we found it.
I don't know about you, but I was just kind of hoping that we'd have found out a bit more on our own at some point.
Well, most knowledge comes from either experimenting or from reading a book, so most knowledge isn't really self-taught.
Yeah, well, if we cannot find a way to get rid of all these time powers, which I'll admit I have my doubts on. We'll simply have to control the koi hunters that are still killable to stop.
I'm not looking forward to a future of Bows where we just have to deal with this sort of thing.
Nor am I.
Well, and we'll
Grim
just
kind
like
of glances
present one.
around, see if anyone's listening in, what the general vibe is of this area.
If you speak normal volumes, people could listen in. Especially in Bose. People got really big ears, prey animals especially.
Yeah.
But some of you could also lower your voices and be silent or
Yeah,
not
we,
overheard.
we could put a telepathy spell up for this if you guys want.
No, Crim just seems more interested in, he's just nervous. Meta-wise, I think we're fine. He's a nervous little boy.
Yeah, and Cashmere doesn't even care. He's just kind of speaking normal volume.
Yeah. I fear there'll be a day after we kill Scroocher where we look to the rest of the Legion and say, now it is your time to pay for what you have done. And they'll look back at us and say, if you try, we'll sack this town. So that's the great tragedy of all this, is that how many of these koi hunters there are in this organization, either we kill them on the battlefield or they go to live long, full lives of contentment without an ounce of regret for what they've done.
A walrus fellow, of all people, turns from the nearest booth, clearly having overheard and clearly not bashful about it. Actually, young man, koi hunters are few and far between these days since the koi allegiance came to be. Why would you hunt koi if all the koi are joined up with powerful friends, allegiance or otherwise? It'd be a death's wish.
Semantics.
Tilts his head
Practically
thoughtfully at
everybody
that.
in the Legion is a former koi hunter. I don't see how much difference it makes.
Or at least
Quite
culpable.
right.
I mean, he's got a bit of a point. If all the koi are koi hunters now, what are they even hunting?
Bose?
Koi in hiding.
Sound like a bunch of mules. Chortles to himself and turns back to his meal.
Okay, man. All right. Yeah. We gives a little fun little salutes, a little smile, and slowly starts casting this little telepathic bond spell.
He counterspells it. No, just kidding.
You
That's
bitch.
where we learned the true
How did he?
nature of him.
Wait, that means that he has to know how to cast that spell.
Man, this food is quite pleasant. Let's make some small talk.
Oh, that gives me a question for later, Tal.
Wow.
Brought very nutty, or if you don't want to eat nuts, non-nutty foods. It's very good. Yum, 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 yum.
Right.
Was there anything more that Cash wanted to say specifically, or just was he want to do something nice for us?
Yeah, I mean, he was doing something nice for us, but like after that, he's kind of looking down at his food. He says aloud, "I think I want to become a monk after we're done with all this."
Oh, Cashmere, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, you know, I think I should also probably try going to school as well.
I mean, like a proper monk, you know?
Give up all worldly possessions.
Well,
Grim squints
No.
at Cash.
Live a pious life in service of others in the community around you.
he
Open
kind
a
of
rest-
stares at his food and like blinks.
You just mean doing cool flips, don't you?
Open up a restaurant.
Okay, maybe. I'm just saying.
I suspect we both have humble upbringings after all this.
I'll think about it, I guess.
I think you have it in you.
The bill comes, and it is a fraction of your collective wealth.
I think at some point before like they actually do leave though,
Delicious.
just since they're kind of like already like in a nice place. I suppose no better time than now, I guess, than to share this. Cashmere, I have that thing you loaned me.
What? Oh,
He like brings out the statuette that Cash had actually bought a while back ago of the entire SHL team, you know, and all their SHL outfits and stuff like that, and then sets it on the table and says, this was probably my most frivolous expense ever, and I think if you told me this a year ago, I probably would have had a heart attack how much this cost. But then he kind of takes it, and then I guess I'll start with myself, and then he just he says Darkwing, and then you see in Darkwing's eyes, the eyes, and it just kind of just glow red. And he said, well, as he's ominously looking at all of his would-be rivals, one of you guys want to go next?
Edmund will hold up his hand.
Say your name.
The Deal Breaker.
And as he says that, you see the deal breakers, like the cape that he's wearing just starts flowing in the non-existent wind, and then Turner just kind of like pulls out like a little cape that was once a cape of billowing that got put into this to activate that.
Wow.
Oh, and you also
quite
hold
kind
out
of
you also hold out like a now defunct dread helm for his eyes.
That's
Maximum effort.
beautiful, Turner.
Scarlet.
Scarlet what?
Oh, Scarlet Deathbringer.
And then as he says that, like at around Scarlet's maw, like just like a little bright light just kind of emits from it, and then Turner says, this is actually the cheapest expense. It only cost me about maybe a silver.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I used a candle of the deep for this. And it makes it look like he's like just shooting out like a little breath weapon.
Crim appreciates it. He seems so fascinated, tilting his head like a dog.
Actually, that's right. I wonder who in SHL is playing me now. The Bard.
And as you say that, you see just like some little music notes kind of like popping out of out of his instrument, and you also see just like little splotches of red, just kind of like on random parts of his body every so often.
Another. Nice.
That's a good one.
Go ahead, you're still talking.
Another life, perhaps I could have been a bard.
Sorry about that, Wade. I thought about maybe conspiring with you, but then, well, that would ruin the surprise factor. But if you want, we can maybe find some lines or something like that that you might have spouted, and then the tomatoes will come.
Well earned.
Oh yeah, the Inealt brings out what he'd use for that one. Shoot, I had it right here. An instrument of illusions. Maybe it's just like a little ocarina or something.
Yeah.
That's now just a regular one. If you want it for a keepsake.
Might be a good souvenir, thank you.
Alex looks around very uncomfortably, tries to make sure nobody's looking.
Yeah, no one's looking.
The Enigma.
And then as you say that, you just see like the outfit that that Alex was wearing. Just like I don't recall those very specific things that that he wore, but think of like the 3 best ones, and then like every like 10 seconds or so, it'll change to one of those outfits, and then he'll bring out like a cloak of many fashions that he'd use for this one. These are all like level like common magic items that I had bought for like maximum like 100 gold, I think, but.
Like when a pop star does a little thing on stage and their outfit instantly changes.
Yeah,
Nice.
impressive.
I wonder how much our value our gold has lost to inflation in the past like few months.
So yeah, if you happen to recall like your 3 favorite or 3 that you remember that Alex may have turned into.
Never really came up with any.
Well, good. I feel less bad about not remembering. We'll say like at one point he looks like a savage like lizard of some kind, and then I don't know.
I know I went as Vela for one fight.
Oh right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a sassy bat. Well, as I said, this was quite frivolous, but well, I needed something to feel better about myself.
Don't we all?
And well,
I think it's great.
And the nice thing about it, he kind of like just picks it up and just like drops it. Now it's mostly indestructible.
A little indulgence every now and then.
This cost me 2 resonance.
Perhaps someday they'll put it in a museum.
Well, you know what? If the cart gets blown up somehow, this will survive.
The most important keepsake.
Exactly. So
Crim tilts his head again and he says, I wonder if that would fit.
What, down your throat?
Yeah, just in case.
I am now morbidly curious, but I also don't want you to get any bile on it.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
The scientist in me really wants to see this.
No, well, I don't want to. We'll wait till it's dirtied up or something. I don't know.
But thank you for trusting me with that, Cashmere.
Boris, turned out great.
He kind of like nods, looks like a little bashful, but yeah. I suppose I probably shouldn't. We're already drawn enough of a scene here with it.
Yeah. Maybe we can get out of here. I'm ready to go if you guys are.
As am I.
With your
What's our
bellies
stuff?
full and your minds still picturing that figurine of yourselves disguised. Another time, a time where the focus was on entertainment and mystery rather than whatever it is now these days. You're able to secure some lodgings for the night and get a good rest. Morning comes. What's the plan?
Before he slept, Wade would have casted Tasha's Bubbling Cauldron to remake the potion that we used last fight.
Okay. Alex, you were saying something?
I vote we go straight to the Earth Fury Isles.
Don't want to let the family know that you're, well, alive.
Well, they didn't particularly seem to care the last time I saw them.
Well, I mean, you fulfilled the prophecy and all that.
And
Maybe.
if that's what makes them care, then screw them.
Well, okay.
Well,
But there was at least one person that liked to talk to you, right?
We're on a tight schedule. We need to get going.
Well, let's keep it in mind for later.
Turner tries to think if it's possible to hold like a letter or something that he can just drop on over the city as they pass by, but probably not.
A letter?
I don't know, like a little note to drop as their clouds, but probably not.
Sure.
But he won't though if
No,
Alex
like
doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, you stand in a semi-private alley, all geared up, ready. Everything's repaired, ship-shape, backpacks full, rations, water. You're good to go.
Well, Dynamo, Piper, prepare for this.
Didn't you say Alex would have been to the Earth Fury Isles before?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to
Become clouds.
wind walk. We can.
Instead, we're just gonna have to shove the cart into the teleporter.
We're gonna push it into a
the
tree.
tree porter.
Okay, yeah, Alex, you would be able to recall, vaguely a day or two, flashes of memory from the time or two that you visited the Earthfury Isles, and you recall the big city called Alriam is supposedly the keeper of the Mules organization, however that is set up. Alriam is this place on the map.
Are they like tropical islands?
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Time to go to the archipelago.
The archipelago. Let's
Wow.
pronounce it like in every possible way we can.
Dynamo and Piper look excited, not nervous.
I'll explain to them kind of how the spell is gonna work.
Just think about when you were first learning how to fly. I'm sure you've flown into a tree once or twice.
They look at each other and laugh, sharing some private memory.
All right. As we get the wagon, kind of out of town, close to. I don't know if there are baobabs around here, or is it just palms?
Sure. Yeah, that's baobabs.
Use one of those this time. And I'll go ahead and, kind of like before, starts to shimmer and kind of simultaneously looks like a beach palm. And then presumably we can basically drive the cart through and get everybody in.
Okay. The anchor, for those of you who have visibility of the inside of the cabin of the wagon, see that icy ship's anchor kind of reflect and capture and scintillate with the energy of this spell that you all are going to experience as you go through the tree. And yeah, same thing that happens to Alex when he gets near and vanishes happens to the wagon and everyone inside it. And Dynamo and Piper go as well. Everyone's following? No one's doing a double cross, stay behind?
Yeah.
Darn. Snap! I thought we planned it out. Weren't you going to
Cash
betray
goes
them?
for a very long time alone this time.
Chop down the tree as they go through, and they come out like in 2 pieces. Anyway. Never before seen in sessions. Okay. Where to begin? So you're teleporting to Elriam. You emerge out of this beach palm slower than you entered because the wheels are rolling through sand. The air it's like a giant whiff of salty seawater, as if you were still at the Nutty Nut Bar last night and got some of that salt sprinkled in your nose. There's a constant sea breeze, but it's warm this time of year. The wind is hot, and the beautiful foliage on top of all these beach palms swaying in concert to this lovely, carefree breeze. People here, you see them uplifted sea otters, manatees, there's fish, there's sharks, there's seahorses, there's seabirds, gulls, pelicans. You see a couple uplifted griffins, a couple uplifted dinosaurs, there's cephalopods, crabs, a lot of cats as well, and also a bunch of elementals. Some look like the thoughtless, brutish, perhaps servant kind, just vaguely humanoid shapes of water, fire, but many look like you all, except their skin is made of earth and rock shards, or their fingernails are water, as well as their lips having a strange shimmer to them. Everyone is moving slowly, and many are not moving, as they just stand idly, leaning against walls, leaning against tree trunks, many of them fishing. And it's sort of quiet, despite the amount of people in this place. You can still hear waves, like you're at Lake Limney again. You hear water slapping against the hulls of various boats on personal or larger docks. This is a big dock town. Wood is in plenty, and a lot of it looks recently built somehow. This is supposed to be the capital of the Earthfury Isles, but it all looks rather temporary. Any questions so far?
So it's like it's more windy and arid compared to what Crim is used to back home, which has also got a tropical thing going on, but like more rainforesty back home. Because he's also like oceanside, basically,
Yeah.
but this is like island.
Troubletown is relatively more humid, a little cooler, and less exotic and tropical feeling than this place. This feels like, Caribbean type of situation.
I see. Okay. Wow. Opposite side of bows, yet it's kind of like the opposite side of a coin compared to home.
Quite the pleasant sight.
Except everyone seems a little tense here too. I wonder if that's all of bows at this point.
Do they seem tense, or do they seem just kind of relaxed, like they're just kind of
No.
chilling?
Yeah, I would say they do not seem tense.
Maybe they're just
People are
always like
chill.
this.
I'm just projecting.
It's a damn sight
honestly
better than the shows,
Seems we can't escape the elementals in your side of the world, Alex.
That's
I don't
not.
think the fire ones like innately know anything bad about us, do they?
Well, looks like they managed to rebuild, for at least to some extent. That's good.
A couple of uplifted tigers who look like they could be brothers, older, and wearing little more than loincloths. Not because they look like primitive people who don't know the wonders of fashion, but just because they got plenty of fur and it's darn hot. Hey, says one in Keysong. Who speaks Keysong?
I believe I do. Is that right? I have the cat language. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that. Cashmere has that. Cashmere just
You
tilts
guys,
his head. Hey,
you guys just teleport here? Did you burrow out through the sand? This is your wagon, isn't it? How'd you do that?
we just do. We like to travel fast.
Great. For you. Huh. Kids these
Yeah.
days. Got a lot of stuff on you too. Bunch of warehouse beasts you all are. Here to trade?
Yeah, you
Possibly.
can say that. I think it's still
Okay.
a song, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
I think-
public knowledge that the mules are here?
Fine public.
Hmm. It's maybe not I
I
guess.
have the impression that Crim intends to ask, are the mules around here that we can speak to? And he's like, how sus would that be versus, oh yeah, we know the mules are here. He's trying to figure out what people think of that.
Cashmere will ask them if they speak common.
The one who hasn't spoken will say in common, yes. And I don't know if Crim knows, so up to you.
Crim will glance at the others. He'll stick back for now. Just in case.
The other brother points out, he doesn't say street, but he says, like, the fourth gap over there. And you can see some bigger trees uphill. You're close to the beach right now. There aren't, like, streets so much as there are extensions of dock that continue along the ground through trees and stuff, which I guess makes
Like
it a
wooden
street.
roads.
Yeah, but there aren't wagons and, sturdier and horses and stuff. See a ton of boats, not so much vehicles on land. But you could probably go over there if you want to offload all that junk. I mean, all that gear you're carrying around.
Hey, some might call this junk, but me, I call them
it
treasures.
Oh my god. Awful, all of you.
Well, I
Got
suppose
it.
we can.
Thanks.
Suppose we can go in. Dock. Is there an obligatory fee?
Doc, what? You don't have any. You got a boat coming through the ground on your teleporting?
I'm just
What's
trying to
happening?
adapt to the local.
There's no fee if they don't tell you and you don't ask.
Y'all are
no.
good.
Oh no, we don't want them to bleed us dry.
Relax. You're here in the Earth Fury Isles now. On, one sec. Briodo Island. So, there's no need to worry about fees or rushing off to trade.
Well, we appreciate the hospitality. Is there a place where we could rest our legs?
B-Tiger speaks common, smiles. He's missing a couple of his teeth. And he sits down on his rump and just pats the sand.
Oh, good idea. Cashmere follows
Some
as
kind of
an example.
examples.
Wow. First Heatheron and now here. They pick great spots.
Mhm.
It's like the two organizations picked like the two like most just chillax places in the world to establish their bases of operation.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's,
what better place to lay low, right?
it's quite ironic, I find.
Crim will try to get an impression of, do these guys seem to be ignorant of the mule's presence, or do they seem like they could be sizing them up or otherwise scouting us out?
Are you good at insight?
Roll the insight check.
I'm not good at insight, but it might help anyway. Let's see, what's my insight bonus? It is very small.
Is it -1 or +1
Oh yeah,
or 0?
it is 12.
Your impression is that these are slow but thoughtful minds you're speaking to. Probably not sizing you up.
Crim doesn't say anything.
And there's a few other people who've obviously noticed you, just a bunch of strange people appearing on the middle of this beach. But not a lot are interacting or, sounding an alarm or like, it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, when you look like a bunch of elementals, you're probably weird, like used to weird shit.
Well, says the common-speaking one. The other one seems to have subsided without issue. How are things? What can we do for you? Would you like to trade with us? Maybe just trade some stories or words first?
Well, perhaps give us the lay of the land here. The world out there is quite crazy. How are your islands?
They're lovely. The storm voyage just finished. Got good weather. Weather watchers, Savras be praised, say we're going to have a very good next fortnight or so. Old Bellin lost his ship on that dang outflow from the reefs to the west. We're helping him get patched up again. How are things with you? What are your names? Oh, actually, that's okay. I can sense some caution from some of you. It's fine.
You know our type. Interesting. Go on.
Was this one of the places hit by the fire newt attack a month or so ago, a moon or so ago?
His tail swishes and he winces, pointing, following his clawed finger. You can see further along the beach and inland some of those same vents of like bedrock and deep earth emerging out of the sand. Some black cooled lava. And he explains, yeah, there's been some damage on this island. It wasn't so bad, and most people are okay because the bulk of the population, he says, lives in boats. But yeah, they were hit pretty hard. The air's finally cleared up with all the winds they experience.
You're welcome. I don't actually say that.
Oh, that's reassuring at least. And besides that, I think we just need a place to park our little mobile home.
Crim slinks back and starts writing something down.
Turner would wonder if like his people ever if his people have ever made their way here, or do they just like to stick with their wagons?
Yeah, they have occasionally.
We'll say he hasn't though. He was not part of that
Yeah.
voyage.
Oftentimes they would park, in stem-root forest, and then many of them would catch boat rides or fly to wherever their services are needed.
We've been pretty busy. We've been going all around Bose recently.
That's nice. Doing trade? Because that's a lot of weapons and not a lot of jewelry or signs of wealth that me and my brother can spot on you.
You're really fixated on this trade thing. What's up with that?
Oh, we always need timber. We always need fabric. What else is there to life than relaxing, thinking, appreciating what the gods have given us, and procuring things for others, and in turn, taking what they have procured for you.
You had me for most of that, but alright. What do you have?
Oh.
Anything we would want?
I've got a banana, but I'm gonna eat it for lunch. Beyond that, personally, I sell fish. Would you like some fish?
He looks back at the others. Any of you guys like fish?
On occasion.
I enjoy a good piece of tilapia. Call it instinctual.
Grim eventually approaches the one who speaks common. When there's a message on his message board that he had written down, saying, "I'm looking for Soso."
Okay. They're both like, "Oh wow, we don't get dragons out here." We'll start examining you, but anyway.
Yeah,
eventually one of them will...
we're hoping to find his original owner. We think he might be nearby.
He switches to Kisong and asks of his brother, "Isn't he the guy who runs those grumpy... Yeah, the mules. Yeah, the mules. Okay. Makes sense that they're here to find... Okay. And back in common, Yes, the mules compound. It's on the other side of the island, a few miles. Can't miss it if you follow the beach. Don't be afraid to get wet.
We just came from one beach, so
How's their presence been here? They've not been disruptive, have they?
Really, they're really the severe type, though. I don't know if they are going to incorporate too well into, how we do things in the Earth Fury Isles. I wonder why they chose this place.
Yeah. And they should have gone somewhere with cold, unforgiving winds and hardy people. But so it
Crim
goes.
has an idea on why they chose this place.
They should have. Bringing all the troubles of the mainland over here, too. It's not right. You didn't teleport to bring troubles upon us, did you? No, you're good people.
Heavens no. Yeah. Wade sits down on the sand, like, takes the cigarette, just, like, extinguishes it in the sand next to him.
Well, if you change your mind and switch to evil, join the Night Sailors. And they both chuckle at that.
I'm sure Darkwing would have a nice place on the crow's nest there.
Alex, do you want to roll a history check on that one?
Thus,
Neutral on this.
this is where we learned that this is like the pirate section of the campaign.
7.
We're getting it one way or another
7.
now.
Yeah, your best guess is that Night Sailors means pirates of some kind. There's some
I
context you're
was
missing,
joking.
It's just the sort of world where the pirates never actually do pirate things. They're just sea explorers.
And when Alex says that aloud, the Titus kind of waves him off like, we shouldn't talk about it. It's not a big deal.
Well,
Appreciate the warm welcome. Yeah, if everyone's in agreement, we'll be taking our leave.
We'll do our best to keep the trouble to a minimum.
Yeah, and if we got time, we'll come back and trade. Trust me. Gives it a wink.
Right. Burley and Savras watch over you and don't cause trouble. Take your time, Like I said, get your feet wet. No need to be all uptight and... Stops talking.
Good man. We'll start trotting over around else's school then. Over to the mules.
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot about that one, Doc. They made me post it. It's like, no, that's not how... Never mind.
Colonel.
I wonder if their presence shall bring destruction and conflict to this land. I would hope not.
Well, why don't we go interrogate his father, or I'm sorry, his owner.
I hope it goes fine.
Yeah, let's hope we're not bringing another bridge here.
And your walk takes you in view of what could only be the headquarters of the mules. Let's take a break-y, though.
Good idea.
Break time.
Break time!
Break time, Murdoch, yeah. Good boy.
See you soon!
Rah!
Okay, welcome back to the Earth Fury Isles chill arc, where nothing bad happens, and we spend 19 sessions just shooting the breeze.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, we're
can
like pointing a gun at it and just like, die, breeze.
I should now exposit. Sorry?
Wade does that eventually if they have enough time here. Just sit on the beach and just randomly shoot at the ocean.
Some random like water or like wind elementals like, hey, I was right there.
Yeah.
He just randomly sees like he just sees a hit marker after like 3 seconds after the shot.
Plus 200 XP? What? Okay. You follow the directions of that kindly innocent older tiger fellow, following the beach, passing a bunch of personal vessels, some of them being piloted by uplifted people very young. No one's in a rush. Everyone's just living the dream. At one point, the beach becomes a bit rocky, and you have to go uphill, and you pass over on your left with the ocean on the right, a cenote, a sort of large sinkhole from, I think, eroded limestone. So a fresher water swimming hole, overgrown on the sides with vegetation, people laughing and playing inside, discussing. Always there's conversation. Quiet and slow-paced as it is. You see more elemental type folk. You see a whole bunch of water adapted people, but not everyone. And after perhaps an hour of travel, you make your way to a different aspect of the island, and coming into view is something that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Shit, they're attacking us.
The music changed.
Oh, the battle music.
You see a compound. Where am I? Here I am. It looks like an encampment of wooden cabins, primarily, on the sands, and the sands where they become the dirt of the island proper. A whole bunch of rectangular shapes and 90-degree angles that sharply contrast to the organic moves and curves of boats and sails, and you think now, yeah, there hasn't even been a dock that's been straight so far. You see also a couple of wooden doors that go into the sand downward, like tornado shelters or something. Perhaps that's what they are.
Hurricane shelters, probably.
For the land. Yeah. And a bunch of people here who have pep to their step, and ears are perked instead of lying flat. And a lot of them don't look like they're would be the most comfortable biologically in places like this. There are lookouts. People spot you, and runners that go deeper in. It's sort of like the Fortitude encampment, but a lot more rigid, a lot more big, and a lot more purposeful even than them.
This is a familiar sight. Yeah.
Well, I'll try to be up front, just because they'll see me, and they'll probably immediately, know who we are. Hopefully.
I'll wear the sign this time for you, Crim.
I was about to say, if I were to have another time power, it'd be a time power to spend a year here and not have the world move, but I guess even every place has a place like this.
Well, they spotted us. Looks like they're already letting people know. Boy, this place is real, I mean, I guess it should be good that they're well equipped, so they don't shoot at us.
Wade looks to the lookout, gives a little salute.
One person returns your salute sharply. The other two nearest people you can see just gives you a nod.
Oh, good. I think they actually recognize us.
And after a couple minutes, if you're not... Oh, are you approaching the encampment, or are you waiting?
We're approaching, and well, Crim will think to approach until he spots what seems to be like a safe border zone or other demarcation, until given the go-ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's not quite that militaristic, like, oh, here's the palisade wall and there's lookout towers and such. But yeah, there's a zone where you feel the mood change, like, okay, we're not on the Earth Fury Isles of Alriam anymore, we're in the Mules territory.
I guess Turner will point to one of the scouts and ask, or was Soso like his father's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Sosodala.
Okay. We wish to speak to Sosodala. Do we have permission to enter?
The buffalo woman you pointed at, she starts a bit and then just calls over in a loud voice, "You're welcome to enter." Anyone is who, well, I should say, you haven't been briefed. But we know who you are. And the antelope beside her says, "Ah, damn, the Hunted Five."
Oh, that's our name now. Okay.
What?
And ain't that the fucking truth?
Must have been pretty hard to hunt us while we were missing for a month.
Is it
Walking
strange that
past-
that it's somewhat flattering?
Better not
Right,
keep
so-
that name.
It makes me think that everyone else was already taken care of, so to speak.
Or we're special in his heart.
Yeah, we do nothing if not attract attention.
As you walk
Oh.
past them both, they look at you with interest, and you can now hear your footfalls on wooden flooring that's been placed, and there's more shadow. The breeze dies, and the air even seems to grow colder and more serious that you breathe. And a moment later, you're at, and looking, you see a 50-year-old northern Patu fellow, the same visage you saw in Troubletown so long ago. He's like, welcome, and he strides forward, and first goes for a handshake with you, Crim. It's your dad.
Crim smiles a little sheepishly and returns it with a paw. Oh, well, at least you're okay, bodily at least.
His eyes twinkle with joy as he returns that and, waves or half hugs or greets you all, murmuring your names. He seems to remember you. Welcome, everyone. I'm So Dola, as you probably know. Thank you for coming after our communication. I know it probably was not easy.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well, sir. Quite the nice setup you have here.
Your organizations pick very interesting locations.
We
Well,
happen to. Well, I figure it's safe to talk just about anywhere here, huh? Seems pretty secure.
Everyone here within earshot has been inducted formally into the mules. We all trust each other completely, or
Oh, good.
we know what happens should that trust be broken.
Right. Well, along the way here, it was kind of more a matter of routing for our magic travel. We already happened upon, Fortitude. Not too pleased about what's going on with all that. And we heard of In Concert, where Mom is, but haven't been able to see them to talk about what's going on there. Right now, we're kind of just trying to catch up on what's been happening for the past month while we were gone. Kind
I
of
see.
it, really.
You must make an informed decision. If nothing else, we must be informed. That is right. And Crim, it takes a Batu to notice this. His eyes slightly bugged out when you mentioned In Concert, but now he's good again.
Turner's also tightened a little bit on the staff when Fortitude was mentioned, so
Yeah,
Any
He's
one of
nothing
us
if not
would be
honest.
happy to apprise you of recent events to the degree of public knowledge, of course, but we cannot share deeper mule-only information.
well,
Yeah,
if
that
nothing
makes
else,
sense.
nothing else, we can coordinate efforts against our neutral enemy.
Well, follow me. Let us speak somewhere more appropriate. It's always good to match the conversation to the setting. That's what I always say. And he leads off, his wing hands kind of tightly folded behind his back. He turns sharply at an intersection and then sharply at another intersection. People he passes nod to him in respect. Some of them throw salutes, like different styles of salutes, like from different parts of the world, but all of them have the same sharp quality. And many also look at you, and there's some murmurs of, "That's the one that Scrooge, yeah, the Internal Bounty. And those are the Hunted Five."
Well,
Seems like he likes you, Cashmere.
looks like we got a name after all.
I don't
Took
like
us long
it.
enough.
And soon you are in a place that seems like a mess hall, kitchen, lounge, somewhere where there's enough seating that it's expected for you to sit. Haven't seen a lot of seating around. He says some things to some people who run off, and soon you are brought some refreshments. Very cold refreshments. And once you are comfortable, how can I help? Ask away. I want you to be fully informed and aware when you are brought into the mules. We have looked forward to your arrival, and we are certain we will be able to help each other, as I'm sure we share a name, don't we, Crimson Lightwing?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, of what we heard, we will definitely be needing your help for all of this. After all, even if we're still trying to investigate in concert and all that, the end goal is the same. We need to stop Skucha. And it seems like you guys are the ones taking the most direct approach to that.
Direct is correct. The acts that he has perpetrated stand contrary to the position of any reasonable, ordered, and I use that word intentionally, society. I may have a very stubborn opinion of what's right, but I think we would all agree with my perspective that respecting different ways is something that should be done that he cannot do. Among the many other travesties and atrocities under his belt in the name of the Koi Allegiance, absolutely, we must take him down.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to
Agree there.
establish your overall objective and your means to achieve it. So, do you desire the end of Scrooge just simply himself, or the Core Legion in general?
Actually, I wonder how well they'd even last if he wasn't around.
Well, having an invincible head is probably is a great boost for their morale.
Without him, I feel it'll simply be a monster consuming itself.
We are not so sure, and believe it or not, our primary concerns are not Grucha. He may have, our intelligence suggests, been among the original members of the Allegiance. But I don't know if it would be a monster that would consume itself without him at the head, as it were. Our primary consideration is that these time powers are in the wrong hands. They need to go to people with a mule's resolve to not use them. As we all understand fully now, they corrupt the wielder immediately.
Do you know of any examples of people who have them who haven't used them? I mean, obviously they'll have to have used them a bit or they wouldn't know they have them, but people who have been able to resist the temptation to use them?
Instantly corrupted.
I must be cautious, for you are not mules yet.
I mean, I don't need any specific, oh, that person right there, just a simple yes or no.
I see. Forgive me. Yes. We would be an incompetent organization should we not have succeeded in some ways. And if our mission is to put the powers in the correct hands and not use them, then it follows that yes, we have seen them not be used and corruption amiss. Or lacking.
Holding a bottle of wine does not corrupt you. It's drinking from it again and again and again, regardless of consequence.
Well, actually, have you, yes or no again, have you ever seen anyone take that sip of wine without corruption at all? Or like it wears off or it fades away?
Oh, they might. There are many who are skilled in hiding things, and there are many disciplined people, of which the mules primarily attract, who might be able to feel and act normally after that first sip. But it is a moot point, because our golden rule, our step one, our most important edict upon joining the mules, never use these powers should you have them. For only in this absolute yes and no can we achieve success.
So, if I were to have hypothetically already accidentally used it a few times and be okay, is that abnormal?
I would like everyone who's proficient in insight to roll an insight check, please.
I will do that.
I am actually not proficient.
Okay, we need Cashmere to roll an insight check and probably use resolve.
I will use resolve. Good
Wait,
idea.
does Wade not have insight proficiency? I'm kind of surprised about that.
I think I do, but it's kind of shit still.
Well, I mean, Tao said anyone with proficiency.
14.
Actually, no, I don't. It's just +2.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Jeez, Cash is our only insight? That's fascinating.
You feel the mood in the room change somehow.
Cashmere like speaks up immediately. Oh well, it's hypothetical. We've dealt with a lot of things like this.
Crim shrinks a bit.
He taps his beak and paces a little bit. I will start by saying it is important to guard how we think, how we approach problems, how we speak. And please know that everyone here is under no illusions as to what will happen should they use the powers that they may or may not have, hypothetically. So, that question you ask, again, is a moot point, you understand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course.
I agree that what's required for these time powers is a circle of accountability. I think that's the only way that we shall avoid calamities like this in the future.
Absolutely. Solidarity, like-mindedness. Let me show you something. Please follow me.
Yeah, one way to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, he leads you to a trapped room. Everyone roll dex.
Amazing.
We see poison gas flowing through the vents.
You have failed the screening.
I do a backflip and dodge the gas.
Okay. You find which document is it? There we go. He leads you to an internal one of those double wooden doors leading deeper into the earth, which surely it's not a hurricane shelter, this one, because it's already in this like big wooden cabin thing. Sec. And you go down stone steps into a place that's decidedly colder. And there's no secret or doubt as to what this area is for. 2 twin columns of prison cells. Cold iron. All of them, I think, empty at the moment. And he walks you to the middle of it, and with a bright but thin smile, as far as beaks can express, this is what happens.
We haven't made that bad a first impression, have we?
Oh, no, not to you. To people who use these corrupting powers, knowing what they do not only to their own souls and health, but to the people around them, to the situation that all of Bose is now being swept in. There's no point in having power if all it does is use you.
No. Do you make efforts to take the power from them before you put them in prison?
We have made it clear to all in this conflict, our stance, our means. Everyone knows the mules, at least in northern Bose. They have been given due consideration. When we threaten someone and command them to give up their power and they do not, we capture or kill. And the captured are handed over to our extraction team that gets the powers out in a day or two. This is a hard pill to swallow, I know. Understand that these powers are dangerous, even the ones that don't seem so. Understand that the people who've been hiding, the ones who say, oh, I will never use the power who are not familiar with the mules. Those are circumstances that can change. Those are people that can be pressed into the Allegiance's forces. This is happening even as we speak. We cannot afford to tiptoe around these absolutes like those in concert.
I see.
There's It sounds like a little empty right now.
A little empathy, you said?
Empty.
Empty.
Oh, yes. It's delightful. We like to keep it empty, but these consequences, well, we need a place for them.
And when these powers are extracted... Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was going to ask, what does that mean? You extracted more powers, or you've killed more? Because there's a bit of a difference.
We kill when we must. Our mission is to get these powers that are making Bose into a ruin and not use them. We need the resolve, we need the discipline to rally, to go out, to gather, to collect. And once the mules have all of them, and they are not in use, Bose will be as it was. But if that is not an option, we must move to the second best thing so that the Koi allegiance does not grow stronger.
And when these powers are extracted, who are they given to, or where are they taken?
We have a sort of internal hierarchy, ranking, seniority, competence, mental screenings, that sort of thing determines who is the next in waiting to gain powers.
Can I insight this?
Sure.
'Cause I'm interested to see if this is true. Okay. Hopefully this roll is better than the last two. It is better. 20. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Try to see if he's lying or not.
You sense he's being cautious. You sense this man is like rules stickler given form. He is someone who is strong and has like a moral compass that will break your finger if you try and move it away from the direction that it's facing. You don't know if this man really is capable of lying in a situation like this.
And
Okay.
So, about your methods of extraction, is it... I mean, it can't be that hard, right? You know about how to do it, right? You know, safely.
Yes, the Brouhaha discovered a method some 2 moons ago. A wonderful discovery.
Oh, those
Crim mutters.
Oh, those bird
Brilliant
brains.
mind. Hey, do not sell your people short. They have always shown great inventiveness and ingenuity in the face of necessity or otherwise. And so, yes, they told us a method. So there need not be death.
Crim glances at the others, like, almost pleadingly. Can we at least say that we were the one... Like, he kind of, like... He wants to, like, can we say something here?
What you need?
To give some credibility, they didn't necessarily discover it themselves. You know, the extraction method, I mean.
Well, one of their people were part of it.
Well, I guess so, if it means you. We were the ones who figured that part out. And then we kind of told them, and then I guess they must have told you. Probably to stop you from killing people.
we're hunted for good reason at this point.
My goodness. Well, that lends more credence to the thoughts that some of us have had as to why that Scroocha man wants you all so badly. Maybe this... But he wanted you even before that knowledge came to light. You are a force to be reckoned with, clearly. Love dearly to have you in the mules.
Yeah. And those who are captured and their powers taken away, are they given official sentences? Or are they simply held till the end of this conflict?
All those cells are empty.
Well,
If
presumably.
their powers were extracted, they'd just be let off, right? It's not like they'd be a danger anymore.
Let me think.
That's him speaking in character. Oh yeah, let me think. What do we do with those people?
No. Let me go back to the notes.
No, sorry. Okay.
That's okay. One thing I didn't think about.
What?
Oh, I forgot to think about what we do with our prisoners. My bad.
Yeah, Crim kind of goes on. I mean, he's talking to the others. I mean, if you're going through all the trouble to extract it that way, I mean, obviously they just be let go after that.
He rubs his hands together. It depends on the circumstances. Yes.
Even if they've used said power to do terrible things?
I mean, then they'd be under the normal purview of the law, right?
The law? You mean the law under Scroocha? At the end of the day, the people who actively support or are part of the Koi allegiance are people who want this regime in place. And those type of people are often psychologically very unwell, or otherwise, I hate to use the word unsavory. These types of people do horrible things, and whether they have powers or not, justice must be done.
I think I know what you mean. At least...
Tend to come to their senses once they lose their powers. We know that from experience. But then again, we usually dealt with people who randomly acquired them.
And
people who went out of their way to help people down and take them.
well, we did encounter one of them, Alex. Well, 3, actually.
Well,
all at once, remember? While we were heading north.
Yeah.
But I think one thing to note is it's been a month. We don't know how bad and how corrupted these people get, especially if using the powers doesn't, detoxify over time.
And
after all, that one person we talked to was surprised by that concept, remember?
Whom was it? Surprised by the concept?
Devron.
What?
Right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crim's referring to 2 things here. The first one he was referring to when we were attacked by the trio, killing 2 of them and extracting one from one of them, who kind of just fucked off after that. And the other person who was surprised at us being detoxified was Devron. Yes, the one who...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And either way, take it from someone who knows. Coming to your senses doesn't undo what happened.
He leads you back to warmer, brighter areas. Yes, I will not quantify it, but the times that we, as the mules, have extracted, we have noticed sudden behavioral changes, like you say, Alex. These people are monitored, and determinations are made later.
I only question our ability, or your ability, to offer impartial judgment. For better or worse, we're belligerents in this conflict, and they're prisoners of war.
Indeed. This is war, or becoming it.
So, aside from methods, you are more direct, and in concert is more subterfuge. Is that the real dividing line between you? The use of these powers?
I admittedly am not an impartial explainer of the differences between us. I beg of you, ask someone else. Ask, hey, Igtash. And he waves over a uplifted horse guy. He walks over. I'm going to use the restroom, and Igtash will help you. Be right back.
Dad?
Oh, yes?
You and Mom are okay, right?
Guys. I really have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, what
Crim
fun.
kind of just looks small for a while.
Igdash stops a hoof and starts speaking in Klompinence, which is the common. What can I answer for you?
Let's see.
What is the, aside from your approaches, what is the true conflict between the mules and in concert?
Oh, well, we have backbones.
Yeah, well, Wade holds his hand up for like a little like high five.
He begrudgingly does it. Yeah, they they think they're very effective with their coded messages and stealing whatever they get up to.
Oh no. Hello?
Hours?
Sorry,
Yeah, that-
my Discord just randomly. I need to take off that hat on Turner's PFP. But yeah, my Discord just suddenly messed up. It was
Okay, cool.
what I last heard was like we're the ones who, and then nothing.
Yeah,
They said, we're the ones who have a backbone, and then didn't elaborate, and then eventually elaborated after giving Wade a high five, saying like they think they're doing things with their coded messages and stealing and crap, and we're the people actually fighting and making changes.
I'm a little confused about that. It's not as glamorous, but wouldn't you guys be more successful if hypothetically they were to sabotage something you intended to strike? Why are you guys against each other?
It's like you have the same goals, you just have different methods. Let everybody work according to their own specialty.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah, maybe that's a possible joint mission in the future, but good luck trying to get us to work with them. Because if they're not willing to entertain the so horrible idea that violence is needed, then we're not going to so much as talk to them.
Every branch.
So
is
they're
different on it.
violence averse, but they're trying to sabotage in other ways, and they don't want to contribute to you guys doing a greater assault.
I know their attitude. I can't speak to their decision makers' willingness to join with us. I
Right.
just don't see it happening.
Who do you generally attack? Just supporters of the incoming regime, or like civilians in the way? How do you guys do your attacks? You don't need to give us specifics. We're not with the mules yet, but obviously,
Yeah.
like things that are publicly known would be nice. We've been gone for a month. We don't actually know.
He snorts a little and murmurs some deity's name. Yeah, if I'm not specific, let's see. We will wrest back control of settlements and key locations that the Allegiance has. Fight battles where forces are known to be. Yeah, that's the gist of it.
It's the precision and the rules of engagement that separate the good men from those who become what they hate. Especially in fields such as this.
Yeah, sounds right.
I'm curious that your policy on time powers. So, you believe you all have the ability to overcome time powers without using them themselves?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but it's got to be done.
I suppose, hypothetically, if the balance of power in this conflict shifts and the enemy comes to the gate, would you rather face defeat and death rather than using these?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like if Skucha or Skucha's men were to show up and attack and use their powers, and you're about to all fall, if someone had a time power that could turn the tide, would you use it, or would you die and then they acquire it? That's tough.
At this point, Crim's dad returns, but just listens. It would be a decision made by the field commander, squadron leader. But
I assume he was taken out, and you had to make that decision on the fly.
I wouldn't use it if I had one, which I don't. I would just go crazy. I would probably want to join the Legions after that. I'd be hurting my own guys, so no.
Is it that bad now? We've run into people who used time powers before, and I mean, they didn't seem that instantly damaged.
Well, the ones we've faced in the Allegiance sure are. They revel in what they can do.
Huh.
People we've dealt with are people who receive them by happenstance. People who have them now are power-hungry psychopaths who hunted innocent people down and deliberately, murdered them for power.
Right.
Yeah, I would say the dynamic's probably different now.
That's true.
Sorry,
I was...
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about someone that we met some time ago who used his time powers a lot, actually. It was like part of his thing. But then, eventually, we got to talk with them, and he gave his power up after a few things. We didn't coerce him or anything. Not violently, at least. We just convinced him, and he didn't seem too different. I mean, a little deflated because his main gimmick was gone, but, it just seems weird to think that it's now so dangerous.
It's the trap we fall into sometimes, in different, safer times. The half measures and, it's not quite so for that person, but for that person it is. We can't be thinking like that to have success in the mules. We need to codify and be unified.
Has anyone here, before joining the mules, used their time power? I mean, obviously, everyone had to have used it at least once, otherwise they wouldn't have known.
Not if
We
they
have
acquired them from prisoners.
We have been a haven for many who were coy or wanted to make it known that they were coy without having to hide anymore. And we grant them protection, and they do not use the power, at least anymore, and all is well within our organization.
And the ones who used it a lot before but stopped, do they seem to always be tempted? Do they seem less stable, or do they get normal after a while?
I don't have a clean answer for that. Perhaps those on the extraction team have been more attentive to the psychological impacts or changes.
Right, and I'm guessing we can't talk to them about specifics until we join.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you're about to join, that's no problem.
Well, part of the problem is we still need to talk to In Concert too.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't know how much you heard of that, but we want cooperation from between both of you. You both want Scoocha down. Going at butting heads with each other is not going to do any good. We'll tear each other down before Scoocha.
He wants.
Can we join both?
It's like we're playing Fallout. We're gonna join every faction. Yeah.
Seems quite short-sighted to limit the help that you could be providing each other, all because of your own preferred methods of it.
Logically, I mean, he's like flustered for a moment. How could you be devoting yourselves to multiple purposes, multiple different thinking organizations at once. I mean, you don't have a power that lets you duplicate yourselves now, do you?
Because it's not two purposes, it's the same purpose.
Cashmere looks around a little bit.
Yeah,
You
some
have-
people are.
No, you go.
Right.
Yeah, some folks are just simply better suited for certain roles than others. I guess the stealthy sort will find better luck with in concert, but the purpose would still be the same as someone in here.
Believe me, I can't.
And-
I can't take a punch like your son here, but I can certainly blast someone out of the sky.
Yeah, to be. Oh, were you going to say something? Snap.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, me? No.
Okay. Yeah, to be. Well, admittedly, the mules have their secrets, and we have a secret or two ourselves, and one important one is that. Well, I'm not going to give it entirely away. He glances at the others, but. We're trying to find a way as well to make sure that time powers will not be an issue with bows anymore. At all. And I get the feeling that if we found that solution, if we're all working towards that as maybe a secret side branch of the mules and a secret side branch of In Concert, we might be able to unify our goals and get rid of the time powers entirely. We'd all want that, right?
In fact, the work that you're doing to collect them is, well, that's going to help both of our goals.
This is an unusual proposed setup from you. Let me think. Within our current guidelines, this would not work, but you all are unique. For whatever reason.
Your guidelines must have provisions for evolving circumstances, right?
We could try and organize a meeting between the pair of us, see what we can sort out.
Yes, a meeting. Huh. Well, the guidelines are less than a moon old, so we can make new ones. No problem. How about this? I will give you a hint of a task of a thing we are working towards, for which we need more hands. You can think on it. If you wish to travel to visit the other people who share roughly our ultimate goal, even though our means are radically different, please, we will certainly not keep you here. We would probably not be capable of such things. And I would pray that
Yeah.
after you talk to them and realize how they act, we would love to brief you even more. How does that sound?
I mean, that about sounds like what our plan was to begin with, so I think that works out. We'll have to talk with each other, of course, but related to that, do you happen to know where they are? Kind of have no clue on that part.
Well, they travel around. They follow the whims of the winds, or... I must go to the bathroom. Igtash, if you would.
They might even be decentralized.
Turner
Okay,
points
well,
to
I guess-
Crim and then asks in his head, how long were they together?
Long enough to have me.
Yeah. Igtash just says, awkward. We try not to bring them up with him, his marital history.
Yeah, 25 years of it at least.
Separation.
Right, with their kid. Yeah, sorry.
That's alright, I'm still coming to grips with it too.
Yeah, they move around. They have, like you said, they're decentralized. It's part of their shtick.
That's how they survive in the world without secluding themselves.
Last
I'm
I
sure
heard, they were doing some ops like Eastern Apex, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Ask
man.
around.
We're close to there too. Okay.
It's
I'm
it's
sure
a,
if I magically find a way to reach them.
it's a day's travel, Crim. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, well, at least we have a way to begin there.
Wait, I forget. To invade someone's sleep, do you have to know the person, or does the person you're sending have to know them?
Let me double check.
I believe the rule was the person casting Dream needs to be familiar with them. So
Okay.
Crim, being familiar with his mother, is not
Not
sufficient for Wade casting Dream to contact. Yeah.
The exact wording is choose a creature known to you that is the target of the spell. The rub is known to you, I
That's fair.
suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
To you, since you never, unless you happen to have seen one of her concerts.
There
But
might
I
be
doubt it.
somebody else in the organization that we could try to contact.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, wouldn't surprise me. Cashmere, do you think that any more of your exes might be active?
First of all, I've only have the one that you know of. And second of all, no, as far as I'm aware.
Well, hey, you got
What's
one over
this?
me.
What's this gal's name?
You assume a lot.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Well-
Sorry for prying.
Do you
I'm
happen
married to my
to
job.
have a list of members? Uh-oh, Bugle's frozen. Oh, there we go.
Oh, sorry.
The members.
Not of the mules, of In Concert.
Oh.
Just to see if we might
Contact.
know any of them, and then we can make some quick contact.
I know the brouhaha hangs around them a lot, but their numbers are changing and swelling all the time.
Actually, that might be enough.
Well, that gives us enough to work with.
Are any
Honestly,
any groups in Neighborby connected to them?
Not that I'm aware of, but certainly individuals from all over Bose, especially northern Bose, have been rallying under these banners. So yeah, you'll find some. Just listen for the songs of what's their group's name? The big pop band, Sing Song and the Divas. That's right.
Grim kind of relaxes a little at that, like almost nostalgically.
Is that their countersign?
That's a little on the nose.
Yeah, it's they lure people in with music like sirens, and then feed them this non-violence junk.
I think
I
we.
hope Mom won't be mad about the people I ate.
Yeah.
I don't think they were.
Oh, don't worry, they
Trim.
weren't potions or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Elementals and stuff, and not the elementals on the island.
Yeah, we didn't.
less
We didn't stop
sentience,
for
right?
any snacks on the way. Don't worry.
Those didn't count, Crim. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, you might
Fire
notice.
needs are different, I guess.
Yeah, you might notice that the islands here are a little less on fire. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's why we were gone for a month. Sorry about that.
Oh, nice. Well, I hope you guys join the mules, because maybe people will stop asking for a ride on my back into battle. They can ride you, right?
Yeah, I think
That could be fun, assuming it's, not too crazy.
Well,
I think-
according to Scrooge and all of them, we have our own group, the Hunted Five.
it's a nice
When
name.
did that get around?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Ever since the, well, that's Mule's intel, actually. I can't share that, sorry.
Oh, so the mules call us the Hunted Five, not anyone else?
And Crim's dad returns. Yes, sorry, very overactive bladder, I guess. Yes, you are internally. It's fine, Tash. I can tell them. We have some intel, limited intel, from the people we've captured and such, and they have not called you the Hunted Five. That's a term that we have given because we always see your visages on the wanted posters and such.
Yeah, wanted posters?
I hope they're flattering.
Not publicly, but they have a sort of internal system for their
That's
operatives.
even worse.
We can provide you protection and purpose.
I could definitely see an alliance between us. I think our main point of disagreement is we agree on the need for a circle of accountability. We just differ on when action should be taken. Whether it should be when time powers are simply used, or whether they should be used in excess and when they're a danger to others.
Well, it would seem that the excess use of these powers is the cause of every major problem in BOS right now.
Yeah. It is, but it's. I don't believe it's
Sorry,
a foregone
I think-
conclusion.
I think what Wade means is more when does it count as excess?
Why don't we
And I guess it seems to vary a lot.
Why don't we maybe take a rest for a while, and I think there's more we should talk about in the morning.
Right.
That works for me.
Turner
Well-
will use a subtle spell to tell telepathy. Maybe we can be a bit more. He'll say this to Crim. Maybe we can be a bit more forthright about our powers once we have an immediate escape plan.
He kind of shrinks a little and says nothing.
Did we just wake up?
It's been a few hours at this point, so it's like lunchtime at the latest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably getting almost lunch. He would beckon you with a brown and white wing into a certain room of this cabin complex, and as you enter, your ears would sort of pop and pressure like something barometric is occurring, and he would say, just as a little tantalizer, our first mission for you, if you were to join in the next, say, 2, 3, 4 days, would be to completely crash and wreck a dinner party. Sounds like fun to me. We don't have exciting missions like that so often. Just a
Dinner
little
party.
nugget to hook you in, maybe.
Like a
Is this-
coy, or is it just like to weaken their political positioning?
He does like a little, like a dad might do to a little baby, like, it's how interesting a question, and then he like zips his beak.
Hey,
Hey,
Wade,
does
can
the dinner party have a tree?
hey, Wade, can you use your can you minor illusion a little bit of keys jingling?
If you wish. Oh.
Guilty. I was a father
Yeah,
before I
and-
was a father of this organization.
Yeah, in this room, Wade's like a fish in water in like an underground bunker planning stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in all seriousness, your decision is life or death for many of BOS. Please do give due consideration, and we are always here should you be willing to follow our policies. Otherwise, I truly wish you good health and safety in this radically changed and unfortunate world.
That's
Yeah.
her decisions, sir. It's been a pleasure. There's no salute.
You too.
All right, shall we?
We shall.
All right.
All right. You are watched, but not escorted, as you emerge back out into a different world, a place of sea breezes, fishing, and talking philosophy instead of warfare.
Seems like there always has to be a rub, doesn't there?
Indeed. Yeah, I'll get a link and then we can start talking in earnest if you're up for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
we'll ritual cast the telepathy spell and such. And,
I think Toss refilling his water.
He said he can still hear, so we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
yeah. I think most of their ideas are correct. I think it's just the question is whether they can win.
Well, and it's if
I-
we're going to be able to work with them because we have these powers.
It's something. I feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle here. Either that or they're missing a piece.
Maybe,
It's-
yeah.
It's intense. I agree with almost everything they're saying, with the exception of, well, I think they're either misinformed or just too hardened from the trauma of the month we missed.
Well, apparently a meal was appropriate.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I feel that. Go
Is that racist?
on.
Crim, I think your dad believes what he's saying. I think he really wants to do something here, and he's giving us a way to do it. I want to go to this dinner party. I don't know about you guys.
I'd be
No.
up for it.
I just don't know what it'll accomplish. Is the thing.
We still need to talk within concert first before we make any decisions.
True
Yeah.
enough.
And
I'm
then,
also a little...
Good.
I don't know about all of you, but one thing that has me a little nervous is how draconian they are. About who uses the powers and what they do to them if they do.
well,
It seems like they do the kill option more often than I'd like.
Yeah, that.
I don't know.
And
Alex,
only
what do you
hope-
think?
I can only hope that that mostly happens with members of the Allegiance.
The problem is, how can they know for sure?
It's ironic that I feel like their philosophy of not using them at all would work best during peacetime after this whole conflict is settled. But
See, that's the puzzle I think, that's the piece of the puzzle I think we're missing. Is it that dangerous for other people? Have we been taking it for granted this whole time?
well,
I think
we gave the power to. Sorry, I forget that priest's name, but he seems just fine.
I think it's the. What?
No, that's all you said, apparently.
Yeah, I think the possibility of it being dangerous is enough. We'll never be able to check everybody to make those individual calls. So I think after this conflict is settled, I think that blanket policy makes sense. But until we can defeat them, I think we'll have to be part of the monsters that we fight against.
Well, once this is all
Tell-
settled, the powers won't be here anymore.
We can't know that.
Did I hallucinate this, or am I correct in my head that Soso's prior job was something akin to accounting?
I think he hallucinated that. I think he was involved in local government.
Okay. Alright, understood. Oh, he keeps treating everything like it's just more policy and more people, but this is too, well, at least he said the rules have only lasted a month, so he's willing to change them, but I'm worried that if we wait too long, things are going to get more and more rigid.
Maybe we just need to. Maybe we need a way we can prove it to him.
I feel personally the only one who'd have umbrage to working with them would be Cashmere. With your time power.
Well, I don't want this to get all into a bunch of politics, whatever. I just want to do good.
Good man.
I think, in the end, we're not going to be able to appeal to him with emotion or things like that. If we want to change his mind and change this policy, we need to give him cold hard facts. No maybes, no possiblies, no anecdotes. We need proof of some kind. And I don't think we have that yet. I think we're still learning ourselves.
Yeah. I still wonder a possible alternative route to this. We've gone to all these organizations, but we only have a single goal in mind with that man. Can we do this all ourselves?
No.
Can we?
I don't think we can.
Yeah, but
Not
we-
without leaving a whole lot of messes, at least.
Wait,
if
we
we cut
can't.
the head up.
Wait, we can't even get near that. We can't even touch that head. And as much as we've tried, and he's gotten a month to become more powerful.
So much of what we've done is
Those ones
unachievable
acquired.
beforehand. But if we can grow strong enough to cut the head off of that snake, the Core Legion, all they respect is strength. And if we have to take his role and make it something better, then so be it. But it would save a lot of
Maybe.
lives, I think, if we did it ourselves.
I'm not going to go down that route too readily. I'd rather not face my dad down in something like that.
Well, Wade does have a tiny bit of a point here. I mean, this is a big if your dad cooperates with us and we tell him about our powers, then maybe he defers to us for this whatever he does with the koi he finds.
Maybe. It's not like we use our time powers much anyway, so we've kind of been following that, but I mean, just a little bit ago it was useful. We avoided the mob because of it.
Quick side note before I forget. I wonder if Wade proposed that to people in different organizations, what the reactions would be.
Yeah, Wade proposes the yes man route.
That's Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
That still involves getting
I
all
am
the
not
factions to
familiar.
work with you.
I'm thinking of the video where you basically self-sabotage yourself, and Yes Man is like, "Great, you're so good at making things challenging for yourself. Good job."
Well,
Like essentially,
I'll explain
like, if we just became the head of the Koi Legion with our unstoppable time power and taken from Scrooge, but we're not a psychopath, like him.
I get it. It's just we can't prove that to people. They just have to take us at our word, and well, Dad's certainly not going to be like that. He's all about policy and proof and regulations and rules. Someone being above those regulations and only following them out of good faith and not any actual tether is, well, even I wouldn't want that.
But he'll have
And
the proof of
certainly
our.
he wouldn't.
But he'll have our previous actions on our reputation and our accountability. If he respects nothing else as proof, I think he'll respect that.
He would, but he already had an answer for that. And it was, that's only true in the past. This is a corrupting force. And if you get absolute power, who knows what it'll do to your head?
No, we don't
Either
need to use,
mundanely or magically.
but we don't need to use that power after killing Scrooge. That is what he wants.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing. Can Scoocha not use it? Think about it. He seemed surprised when it happened to him before. His power's involuntary.
Well, we seem to have more
if you
control over it
explicit-
last time. He's had
well,
a
if
month
you
of practice.
True enough. If you are getting attacked, then I figure this distinction is meaningless.
Well, I think the distinction is meaningful here. With the mules, we'd ask them that question. If they were to be attacked, would they use their powers? And the answer was no, because they thought that if they did, they would turn on the mules.
Or at least the answer
They're-
they gave was no.
The answer
I don't know.
one person gave was no.
That's true, but I'm pretty sure Dad would have said the same.
Still plenty of time to visit in concert today if you try, if you wish.
I don't think we can get there today. We already used our
I think you can.
travel spell.
I mean, this
Well, I mean,
session.
mechanically,
Yeah.
in universe,
Oh.
we can't today.
Oh, okay.
Well, why don't we Well, I said to you didn't notice it, but I said to Crim earlier that we could maybe tell Soso about our powers tomorrow once we have our rest and we have our immediate escape plan if need be, just to give him something to think on, or we can wait until we're playing mediator.
I think telling him about them at this point is a very bad idea, personally.
I think
Well-
we need more facts first.
He said that all the lives in Bose depend on us. I don't think he would
Do you
try to
think
lock us
just-
up.
would he take offense to this live emission, or would he understand, do you think?
An offense to what?
The live omission.
To, yeah, not telling him about our time powers, or would he understand, Bjorn?
Well, as a father, he'd understand. As a rule maker, he'd be quite unimpressed.
Well, we never signed the paper. We wanted to make
I
an
think
informed
we're-
decision.
Yeah, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We still have one more group to talk to, and I think deliberating all of this before we have a complete set of information is getting us nowhere.
True enough. Well,
The mission is in a few days. We'd be able, as long as we can find in concert within tomorrow or the day after, we should be able to get back here and with our own decisions, or send our idea or whatever that is. As long as, well, we get the info we need.
For now, we are in the Earth Fury Isles. I think in light novels they call this a beach chapter.
What?
We already had one.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
Well-
we fought giants.
Let's rest up.
And with that, I'm sure you're able to fully enjoy the serene and very different atmosphere that the Earth Fury Isles, even the capital, presents. Feel free to, we could do a text RP scene, or we could off screen, whatever you guys want to get up to. But can we cut to the next day when you wish to travel again?
Okay, I'll just say that
We'll
before
also-
we do like rest of the night. I think Turner, since the Brouhaha apparently are in contact, he would use a sending spell to maybe contact his grandmother from there to ask if they might know where we might find them.
Okay. Your grandmother would say she is currently enjoying one of the divas, strumming her instrument. In a small town that you may not have heard of, but she describes, and you realize it's probably right here.
Okay, so west of Apex Woods.
Neat.
All right, Turner would pull out the map and then ask him, Alex, by any chance, have you been to the north end of Lake Limney?
Even if he wasn't, I think we passed by there anyway.
Somewhere close. I might not be able to get us right there, but we've been through Apex Woods.
Yeah, you guys have been like here. Alex, I'm sure before the campaign you were at least here, but I don't know if you went that far into stem route. So yeah, within like 100 miles maybe.
It's still a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, man, we've been dieting this whole fucking map over the course of 2 campaigns.
Okay, I'm gonna take a nap and then I'm going to let her know that they can expect us sometime tomorrow.
That's a good plan.
Hopefully, as long as we don't misfire.
Just be like, oh, how fortunate that you're in the area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just happen to be around. Yeah.
We're a lot closer to you than we were a week ago.
You have no idea.
Okay, how are you getting there?
Hopefully-
We briefly informed Soso that we'll be pressing forward with our initial plan of speaking with in concert, but we should be able to get back in time for seeing how the mission is, if that's our decision and all that. And regardless of Crim will kind of like try to say like regardless of what we decide, we are going to help with taking Scoocha down.
Okay.
That much, yeah, and Crim's being honest there, really, because like that much is trivially true.
He seems a little surprised, a little disappointed, like he was under the illusion that you were coming and definitely going to join for some reason. But yeah, he's perfectly polite and pretty reasonable. Sure.
He'll give a little like due to sizes, he'll give a little like headbutt hug before leaving, and then then he's good to go.
And he would say, like, on a personal level, he would love to hear everything, what's happening, more about that whole devil situation, but unfortunately, not the time and place.
He'll talk about that later when he's more settled.
And then Turner points to Cashmere and says, "Oh, now he's the devil now."
Rolls his eyes.
All right, we attempt to get as close to in concert as possible.
I think this one we can get there today if we do wind walk instead of transport via plants.
Good stuff.
What time of day do you think you'd arrive then?
It would be about 8 hours after we left.
Okay.
Ironically, in concert is not very in concert with the other organizations.
Yeah. And do you have to wait a day on the Earthfairy Isles and then sleep?
Yeah.
And then leave? Okay.
Yeah. We have
Not
we're limited by one spell slot.
Skill issue.
All right, I'll recast my contingency.
What would we do without Alex? I don't know.
Walk.
Lots of
Piper and Dynamo also are coming with you, I assume, and
Yeah.
they're interested
Yeah.
to hear what's going on from your perspective. But they agree, like, yeah, let's debate after. If you'd be so kind to let us in on your debates after we meet this in concert people.
Can
Well,
the
Turner
cart go through the wind?
That's what the attachment is fine.
that's the whole.
What?
Yeah, that grade 4 thing that we spent 12k on. That's to let the wind walk.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Turn-
my god, okay.
So can I be in the dorm while we've been walking?
Yes.
Wow, so we only have to have like 1 or 2 people actually doing this.
Oh my god.
Well, you wouldn't be affected because it's an extra dimensional bed. That's weird.
You
You wouldn't
might,
be able to come out. while it's-
want to let me target you with the spell directly just in case.
Yeah.
Like we're midway through, and then suddenly Wade just goes woo,
Yeah.
all the way down.
Turner's gonna go to Piper and Dynamo and say, well, hope you two are ready to see the family again.
Right. Piper's like, perhaps we will stay on the outskirts as we usually do. That would be good, right?
What's with all these complicated family issues lately?
Well, I don't think your reception was quite as cold as mine was, but if that's your wish. Didn't one of you have a father there?
Dino says, yeah, and it's complicated. We have decided, she's very supportive, I have decided to work on this and work on this whole resonance situation that they're trying to keep bottled up, so I don't really care for my father's perspectives and the leadership. I don't know, maybe they've changed their mind. We'll see how things are.
They at least seemed a bit more open-minded when I left them last.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about that. I want to hear the full story while we're cloud people, or however it works.
Well, you know how we got the name the Hunted Five? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Okay, and off you fly. Oh my
Free
gosh.
Play Freebird!
Yes, I just did the math on those. Like, it's just the size of like Japan, essentially.
Oh wow.
Because
That's
it's
pretty
like 1900 miles from tip to tip, or give or take. Always if you
works.
trust the reference.
Does that mean
Japan's
we
that
can line
long?
them up?
Size.
I wonder where
Like-
Tokyo
like-
is.
Always if you trust AI.
Yeah, bullet train goes all the way here. Anyway. Alright, off you fly in the big
there's Nintendo.
cloudy wagon 2.
Mhm.
Past the lesser islands of the Earthfairy Isles, many of which are not depicted, through a couple small storm systems. There's all sorts of boat traffic, most of it from the island you're on, and to this dock. See a lesser town, perhaps on the way. You can see the distant, strange, advanced, tall, clockwork and non-clockwork spires and towers of Kitsundry, the technological capital of the world. It is said that the legendary Nikki Breaks of the Heroes of Bos, the Song of
that
Bos,
bitch.
originated from there.
That was Beagle's character.
Yeah, of course, I finally get to be here, but not with the actual character that would want to be here.
And then you're passing over a strange mixture of natural trees, artificial trees that house, sensor stations with an attempt to camouflage lesser towns, transportation systems that defy conventional categorization, and a lot more we could probably go into, but that's not why we're here. We're here to follow the sound of a concert that you hear as you near it. It
Dang,
sounds
long
like...
concert.
What?
Long concert.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
have multiple.
You hear the music. Crim, it's nostalgic. You recognize, you could probably name this song with your intelligence. It's a pop song, essentially, this world's version of it. The instrumentation is different, but the catchy lyrics, the recognizable instruments, the repetitive refrains, it's what the people demand.
Better not be like a gazelle as like the main star.
And you come upon a clearing, one of the few clearings in the increasingly densifying woodlands before they become the dark and brooding apex woods. There's some torches that have been magically enhanced to directionify. I kept defying words. Directionify the light like a spotlight. You see raised wooden stages, you see performers, you see large crowds, but it's like a music festival. There's canvas tents and holes and artificial ponds that have been made as people have taken up this area as a temporary dwelling space for however long this festival might last. And you do see some wagons of the Bruja caravan, but it's fractured from the large collective.
I swear, these are the ones we're trusting to save Bose against the regime.
It's all Woodstock.
Hey.
Alighting on the ground, becoming cloudless anew. At the outskirts, people weaving, talking. Not all of it is just listening to music, though. In the shades of some of the boughs, there are tables set up, conversations that are more intent than, do you like this song? I love that beat kind of conversations. And you see many tents with the curtains drawn close rather than open for celebrating the music.
You're finally among your kind.
If there's any guesses, I think I know where we're supposed to go.
Do we have to buy
Realize that's for the
tickets?
paragrams.
I doubt they'll be that expensive.
Wow, we've really become quite privileged, haven't we?
A little bit. Now that I think about it, I think the reason I'm alive at all is because of those riches.
Yeah, call it hazard pay.
Yeah,
Can't
hazard for
exactly say-
dying.
Can't exactly save a country on a budget.
Crim will try to approach one of the closed curtains and kind of semi-make use of his blind sight dark vision to like see like, oh, who's in there? And he
As you approach, you sense a dispellable magical effect across the entranceway.
Eat it.
yeah. Crim kind of tilts his head a little and then first he concentrates. Can he hear anything inside? And specifically, can he hear an abnormal amount of nothing?
Neither. You don't hear words or any sounds from within, but it doesn't sound eerily silent.
I see. Crim will dig through his bag and pull out that emerald he's been keeping, and he kind of knocks his knuckle on it as if to substitute knocking on a door.
Come in!
Crim tilts his head, and he peeks inside. Not sure what the magical effect
Okay.
was.
Before you can peek inside, someone seems to draw aside the fallen tent entrance thing. It's a small tent, fit for maybe like 4 people if they were getting cozy. There's a fold-up table that's mid being folded up. A few people in traveling clothes, none of which you recognize. The one in front, a young fox man. Hello, can I help you, sir? He looks over your head at the other people. Hello?
Hi. It's
Oh.
really strange to say the name. Is Miromire here?
Yes, I think she's finishing up her set right now. She's on stage.
What?
Ooh.
Crim hadn't even realized it. He was so focused on everything else and in his own head. And forgetting about this tent, he, practically takes to the sky to get onto one of the trees to see the concert.
And his family's cooler than I thought.
He looks a little puzzled, and those of you with keen hearing, especially Cashmere, might hear another voice from the tent saying, "Isn't that?" And the fox goes, "Mm-hmm."
Yep.
Meanwhile, Crim, up on your perch, you see a late 40s superb lyrebird woman with feathers of brown and blue, a spindly, elegant tail arranged like a flower for showbiz, tapping one of her talons as she sings in a magically augmented voice to the throngs of people, many of which are there to listen, many of which are there, it seems, for other purposes than the music as a backdrop. It's getting towards the end of the song, and you feel she's about to finish it and make her way off stage. It's probably very dazzling and beautiful to most people. You've heard this a lot of times. Not so to you.
Yeah. Crim, to the keen eyes, Crim, the others would see that Crim looks like he's going to cry, but he takes a breath and he stays calm. He's like, okay. And he looks down at the others and nods. And then he just flies on ahead to the side of the stage that she is walking. Not in front, but just so that they'd see as she comes off.
What's the party doing?
I'm content to let him go meet his family.
Yeah, Cashmere's sitting off the side, waiting.
For what it's worth, Crim nods for them to follow him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Crim's saying he's gonna follow, but I guess if he's nodding us to accompany and
Yeah.
skip
That
the
sounds
plan to give him space.
The song
Crim is a little
finishes.
trying to keep it all business. He knows himself well enough that if it was just him, he'd completely forget about the point of this.
Pause the music here as the song finishes, and there's some applause. Not like a "whoa, end of concert, great applause," more like a "hey, yeah, thanks for providing music" for most people. Although it was a great song. She descends the side of the stairs serenely, every step practiced to the point where it doesn't need her conscious attention to look amazing the way she works the stage. And as she's halfway down, she looks up, looks down, does a double take at you, Crim, and a lovely smile overtakes her expression as you all join her.
And
That is where we
should
shall end.
music.
Yay.
We made it. We made it to the mules. Then we made it to in concert. We're gonna talk to this lovely lady, and
gonna find out-
statistically speaking, we're gonna realize what's wrong with this. side
Yeah,
of
we're gonna
the-
find out what stupid rule or stupid policy or stupid belief they have.
You must never have any weapons on you.
Oh, sorry, you guys are
I
out.
have a weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta put you away.
You can only fight them by pulling pranks.
If you get them to laugh, you get bonus points.
Tal, real quick, we went to a lot of places this session. Can you put all the names of the places in the Foundry chat?
Sure.
Because I can't remember all of them.
Larian of the Earth
We need to like do an evil route and get all these guys to fight each other.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Alex.
just give Crim an even greater family complex that's rapidly developing in his little lizard breed.
Well, I'll go ahead and end the stream now. Thank you all for joining. See you next time, Burbeth, and I think our friend Seka was also there. But you guys take care.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.